What do you get when you mix horror, a rom-com, and a little bit of musical theater? You get your monster, but does it all come together? Well, let's talk about it. Your Monster is undoubtedly one of the most enjoyable rom-coms I've seen recently. It's reminiscent of a Beauty and a Beast story, but instead of a grand castle, it's set in the main character's mom's house. Melissa Barrera portrays Laura, a stage actress who has recently experienced a life-changing medical scare. Her playwright boyfriend abandons her during her greatest time of need, leaving Laura in a state of chaos. She's unemployed, undergoing treatment, and struggling with severe depression and confusion following their breakup. She soon discovers that a childhood closet monster that she forgot existed still lives in her childhood home. He's not cute, he's very grumpy, and in their initial encounter, I was like,
Run, bitch! Run!
after the characters initially clashing, the movie transitions from a horror comedy to a romantic one. Melissa Barrera's character, Laura, she is very depressed. She doesn't know how to stand up for herself. She's a people pleaser. She doesn't have that inner beast inside of her to take care of herself as well. While Tom Dewey's character, who's just named the monster, is outspoken, he's brash, he's aggressive, very, very sarcastic, but deeply romantic at the same time. And seeing them butt heads, but also try to help one another was a delight. Melissa Barrera and Tom Dewey have the most chaotic, touching, and romantic chemistry I've seen in a long time. And at first, the monster wants Laura out of the house because he feels like she abandoned her when he was a little kid, or they both were little kids, and gives her 2 weeks to get out. So seeing them kind of bond over those 2 weeks, and while they kind of butt heads but slowly start liking each other, was really, really fun. And it seemed like both of them were trying to fix each other's issues. Laura trying to figure out her life and how she can get things back on track. The monster's trying to figure out if he wants to come out of the closet or leave the house at all. And this unique approach brought some quirkiness to the normal rom-com formula and tropes. Melissa Barrera is an actress that I've been critical of her performances in the past, especially in the first screen that she appeared in. But ever since then, she's slowly been winning me over, and she's done a great, amazing job in this film. This is the first film where I feel like it was really her, the leading character, and the movie was on her back, and she did not disappoint. She shows a wide range of emotions. She's singing, she's performing. There's a Broadway musical aspect to it, obviously, with the playwright boyfriend and her trying to get onto that Broadway play. She runs through like the gamut of emotions, right? She makes this character, Laura, very easy to empathize with as she goes through every different kind of emotion that this character will go through after going through like a medical scare, a breakup in the middle of it, and then running into a monster. She goes through all that while also showing great comedic timing. She was just fantastic in the movie. And Tom Dewey, who played the monster, despite being behind all that great practical effects that made him look really like he was a real life monster, does a great job of giving like great emotional range, being very funny, being sarcastic, but being very deeply emotional, having romance, and being like a Prince Charming kind of character, making him one of my favorite characters of 2024. And the rest of the cast is actually really, really solid. They all have their kind of kooky and quirky moments in the film and different gags that build upon themselves throughout the film, which I think all great comedies should have. It's all enhanced by a beautifully, cleverly dark and sarcastic script and gorgeous cinematography. Even with the most simplest, smallest sets, the movie looks great. And the movie weaves through all its tones almost damn near seamlessly. It's doing a lot of different things at the same time. And I think they did a great job of setting up the next tone change really well before it came in. So it didn't feel like a sudden change. And by the end, all of them were coming in at the same time. And it was just a feast for your eyes. And as the movie rushes towards its grand finale, it surprisingly got intense. Got a little bit more violent, a little bit more dark. It's even still more funny, but at its core, the film is about accepting your inner rage, finding the will to move forward, even though everything feels like it's crashing around you, even if you need the help of a little monster that's in your closet. And honestly, that's what makes this movie very, very unique. Not just cutesy and funny and fun, it has layers to it. And it knows how to pull back those layers when it wants to pull your heartstrings, make you laugh, make you go, oh, in some a little bit of the hard tropes that it executes kind of well. And I really, really enjoyed the way this film was executed from beginning to end. Well, I can see this movie not being for everyone and maybe not even most people. It was undoubtedly made for me. I had such a great time with this film, one of my favorite films of the year. And with that said, I'm going to give Your Monster a B+. Question of the day is, what is your favorite rom-com? Drop all those comments down below and let me know. And you can watch more of my content right now.